Claret TV speaking to manager Robbie Simpson after the 2-1 win over Wealdstone in the FA Trophy. Robbie must be so proud of the team after that win.
That's the word, Ben. So proud. You know, I'm struggling to think of a more prouder performance than that. It was a really special performance. You know, a depleted squad. You know, the captain's missing. No Cameron, who have been amazing for us. We went at them. You know, we had a really attacking lineup. We wanted to take it to them, and the first minute showed that, and our first goal showed that. I don't think they got out of their half before we scored, so what a start. And we knew they were going to have their moments. They've got some tremendous players. They're going really well in the league above for good reason, and we perhaps gave their 7, who's a really good player, a bit too much space. But once we adjusted that kind of after half an hour, I thought Jazzy did an exceptional job against him, and I think after we got that sorted, I don't think they carried too much of a threat. They didn't really open us up like they did do sort of in that 15-20 minute period after we scored. And just the intensity from our players was outstanding. You know, our game against Braintree New Year's Day lacked real intensity and real quality. And I shouldered some of that blame with the players before the game, but we ran through a list of what is our core, what is our identity, and before in the team talk beforehand, and we built that up throughout pre-season. We kept adding a little core identity throughout pre-season, and then when we played Wealdstone at their place, we had our identity on a sheet of paper, and we printed loads of them off and stuck around the change room before the game, and just said, this is our identity, this is why we beat them in that last pre-season game. Let's go and do it again. And we knew they would have maybe a bit of fear because of what we did to them in pre-season, and it was just a real special performance from us tonight, and I thought we thoroughly deserved the victory and into the next round.
Callum Jones has impressed in his 2 sub appearances. He's got his start and first goal since August when he got the last minute goal against Weymouth, and got us off to a great start after about 45 seconds, I think. Yeah,
so pleased for him. He's worked so hard, such a great lad. Still got bits of his game obviously to develop, but what he does give you is pace, power, and an eye for a goal. Thought he took it really well. I thought he should have done a similar finish in the second half, and I've spoke to him about that. He just said he was absolutely shattered. His legs went, so we perhaps played him slightly longer than we wanted to. We wanted to get him, well, realistically we wanted to get another 30 odd minutes into him, but the situation meant he had to start, and we thought 60, let's bring him off at 60, but he was playing so well and giving us such a powerful outlet up there that we left him on for another 10 minutes before we brought Kale on.
And they equalised with a really well taken goal. Nathan Ferguson was top player and he scored the equaliser, and they had a lot of possession in around the area, and they got through on that occasion, but we sort of kept them at bay for most of the night.
Yeah, and we knew that they would break our press on occasions because they're good players, and then it was all about our recovery runs and keeping them outside the box really, and I thought we did that ever so well. Like I say, for their goal we perhaps gave them a bit too much space. We gave him that out ball to the 7, and he had a bit too much space, and then you try and close him down and open up space for another one of their players, and it was a really well worked goal from them. But once we adjusted it, I think we stopped that situation happening again in the game, and we were closer to people, stopped crosses, and when they did come in the box we were there to deal with it. So yeah, both. I think that the whole display was based around our defensive intensity, both from the front two set the tone, and then when they did break our press, our recovery runs, and then our intensity to keep them outside the box. And I think that's what's won us the game.
And then I suppose when we're the underdog, we need a bit of luck, and their strikers headed into his own net. It was a great free kick from Tom Blackwell. Great free kick. You know what we said? If he whips this in, it's going in at the far post. We just felt it with the wind how it was as well. We felt it on the side, and it was a superb delivery. I think even if it had missed
that player's head, I think it would have gone in, because we had real intent with our runs in the box as well to get across the keeper's eye line, so he couldn't come and get it. So yeah, that second goal, I think we warranted that in the first half. Actually, I think we warranted going in at 2-1 up.
And when you're in the National League South, you don't get to go up to the northern grounds very often, and we've got a great trip up to York, and it should be a special occasion.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. I'm really pleased for the fans. I know they love an away day to a ground that perhaps they don't go to very often or ever. So yeah, really pleased. Good day out for the lads as well. But listen, we're going to go there and try and win the game, as we always do. It's not just going to be a day out for us. We're going to go there and try and win the game.
And we're missing Cameron and Dave and Ade, obviously, but Frankie Terry at just 18 was the only recognised centre-back. Was unbelievable tonight.
Outstanding. The back three were outstanding. Every single player was outstanding, but the back three really stood up. You know, listing those 3 players that are out missing, they could easily be a bit nervous, and because they don't have Dave's experience alongside them, or Ade's pace, or Cameron's quality. But I thought all 3 of them stood up to the task. We went man for man. That is no easy feat, and all 3 of them were absolutely incredible tonight.
And we've got we'll have Arjun Krasnicki, Reece Grant and Jamie Yiller back for Saturday. So, but how are the Cameron and Dave? Was that just resting them after a busy couple of games against Braintree?
Yeah, well, both of them actually were struggling at the Braintree away game. Dave just a slight calf strain, but he managed to get through the game somehow. I don't know how. And Cameron was ill there, and playing in that Braintree game just really wiped him out. He's been in bed since that game he's been in bed, not left it. So he tried to fight to play today, and he said if I needed him he would play, but that wouldn't be fair. And we've got a gruelling schedule coming up, another game added after tonight, so we need him well and back. And as depleted as our squad looked tonight, like I say, after tonight, come Saturday, it'll actually look quite strong with Jamie back, and the 2 lads that you mentioned there with Reece and Aj, they're back. So yeah, it will actually look quite strong, I think.
Okay, really well done tonight, Simo, and we'll see you back here on Saturday.
Cheers, Ben. Thank you.